Hi, okay, so welcome to your preview here. This is your virtual preview here at SRC Bede. As you're aware, because of lockdown and everything that's happened at the moment, you wouldn't be able to come in and do your normal preview here at college. So normally we get all the sports students to come in here at Bede, and you'll do 2 to 3 days where you get to live a day in the life of a Bede sports student. Unfortunately, we can't do that right now. So what we have done is put together this virtual preview where you can ask any questions. You can put, if you go on the Q&A section of this, you can put in the chat and you can ask any questions if you're not sure on any of the information that I actually give you regarding the sports programs. Okay, so this is your sports preview. What I'm going to do is like a 10-minute just chat through all the courses that we offer, the programs and the different pathways that we have here at Bede, and which might suit you the most. Okay, and like I say, if there's anything you're not sure on, please just ask questions and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. So just to start out then, so a little bit about me. My name's Victoria Black. I'm the course leader here at Bede for the sports, and I've been here, I think now 12 years, so I have been here quite a long time. And what I will say is that I've seen a massive development in where sport and the career path has gone over the last 12 years. And there's so many opportunities now to get involved in sport, diet, nutrition, and the coaching aspect. And I think it's grown massively over the last 12 years. So really exciting times ahead for everyone that's interested in a career in sport. Myself, I did a degree in sports science, and from that I decided I really wanted to get into teaching. I love kind of the coaching aspect of that. And then now my real passion is in diet, nutrition and training. So I think that's where I really thrive and the information that I love to put forward. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start off by talking about the different pathways that we offer here at Bede. We offer 2 main pathways at the level 3 sort of level. And we've got a sport and exercise science route, which I'll start with first. So this is kind of like our Premier League of sports courses here at Bede. The sports science course is an academic program. So if you are somebody that loves academic writing, loves being challenged, then the sports science route is definitely for you. This is for learners that really want to progress into a physiotherapy sort of route and a career in either sports science or physiotherapy. This program is a 2-year program here at Bede, and you'll study half the modules in your first year, and then you'll study half of the modules in your second year. Okay, and with this, it's really science-based, so it is a lot of academic study. So you have to be really willing to get organised and make sure you're doing a lot of extra reading and a lot of extra research from home. On the sports science route, the qualifications that you're going to need. So you're going to need to come in to Bede with 5 GCSEs across your programs, and with that you're going to have at least 9 to 4s in relation to your grades to be able to be accepted on the sports science route. With that, it is inclusive of your maths and English, so you do need to make sure that you've got your maths and English at a grade 9 to 4 to be accepted on that program. Okay, like I said, it is actually really academic, this program, and the methods of assessment and vary quite a lot. So on this program, you'll do essay writing, you'll do assignments, there'll be practical assessments, but there also are exams with this program. So you'll do exams in some of the mandatory units that are on the program. An example of that would be in anatomy. Okay, so anatomy for sport and exercise, there would be an exam involved in that module. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit about that. In relation to sort of destinations and where people go, so with the sport and exercise science program, most learners really know what they want to do and they want to go off to study sports science or to do a physiotherapy degree. Last year, our cohort that we had here last year, the minimum grade that we got from all of our cohort was a DDD, which is treble distinction, which is outstanding. 5 of those learners out of the cohort got a maximum grade of treble distinction with all stars, and this is the highest BTEC grade that can be awarded, and that gives you a maximum of 168 UCAS points, which stands you stead in any of the top universities around the country. Okay, so that's just a little bit about the sports science route. So the second pathway that we offer, which is the level 3, this is in sports coaching and development. Okay, so This program is a little bit more vocational. So if you're a learner that maybe doesn't enjoy exams or doesn't excel in exams and prefers more the vocational type of study, then this one is definitely for you, okay? This program again is run over 2 years. In your first year, you'll do half of the modules, and then again in your second year, you'll study the second half of the modules. With this program, it's more vocational based, so you'll find that you'll do more units that are designated to sort of the coaching and development pathway. So if you have got a real interest in becoming a teacher, or you're really interested in coaching or sports development, then this program and pathway is definitely the one for you. On this, you'll need 4 GCSEs, okay, within your program of study, and they need to be at grade 4 and above. They do as well need to be inclusive of your English and maths, as those sorts of skills are required for that program. With the coaching and development route, you'll study a variety of different modules, but they're all linked towards sports coaching, development. You'll do things like practical assessments in the coaching environment, so it is really vocational. So like I said, there's quite a difference between those 2 level 3 pathways. Sports science being the most academic and has exams, and then the sports coaching and development, which is more vocational based and more practical assessment based, okay? So with those being the 2 main programs at level 3, we also offer other alternatives, which I think is really important to talk about. If for any reason you got your GCSEs at grade 4 and above and you got 4, but they weren't inclusive of maths and English, then there are still level 3 programs for you, and it's just a little drop down as to the grading boundary that you would get in the end. The sports science and the coaching route are both the equivalent of 3 A levels, so that is really important to put forward. If you didn't get your maths and English, then there are other level 3 programs, but they will be only worth 2 A levels, okay? And you would have to resit your maths and English here at Bede. So what else do we offer then? What are the provisions? So if you weren't so keen on studying sport as a full time, then we also offer a sort of a substitution, if you like. So we offer as an A level. So what we have is A level PE or A level sport, we call it here, and that's a BTEC as well. So you get an AS in year 1 and then an A level in year 2. Okay, you do 3 modules in year 1 and 3 modules in year 2. And the really good thing about this is that you can study A levels here at Bede, but also pick sport as one of your A levels.
Sorry for those technical issues there. Yeah, so just picking up off obviously where Torge's finished there, looking at the A level route. So it's the smaller version of the sport and exercise science course. So we are looking at just kind of the core mandatory units, where you're looking at 2 in the first year, so anatomy and coaching, and in the second year we're looking at specialized fitness training and psychology. There are a couple of exams, one in the first year for anatomy, one in the second year for the psychology. So it is ideal, often combined with things like biology, possibly business or English language, and it can set you up as well to go on to university courses in physiotherapy, sports therapy, as an alternative, maybe to just keep your options open if you're not absolutely sold on a degree or a future career in sport and exercise or physiotherapy, any one of those things. I know another thing as well that that Victoria was leading down as well was the option for studying either level 1 or level 2 sport. Which is obviously a really key element as well. So if any students don't get a minimum of 4 grade 4s and above, there's the option to study either level 2 sport, where you need 4 grade 3s, or if that's not also possible as well, and your GCSEs don't come to fruition, then there's the option for level 1 sport as an access. And we do have fantastic progression as well, moving up through those levels from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, and actually some of those students as well do go on to foundation degree and bachelor degree level as well. So we do offer that. We are really blessed as well at Bede Sixth Form College with fantastic facilities. We've got a 4 badminton court, sport hall, We've got a climbing wall as well with auto belay systems, as well as manual belay systems, which is fantastic. Not many schools, colleges, even universities have that facility as well. So that's a real benefit for us, as well as a fully functioning fitness suite that you'll have seen, only 5 minutes ago. But that's you only kind of saw maybe about a fifth of that. So we've got Olympic lifting, platform, squat rack. We've got a number of treadmills, bikes, resistance machines, and a whole host of free weights, including dumbbells and preset barbells. And then we're moving out to the outside facilities as well. We've got a 3G FIFA standard AstroTurf pitch, which the football team train on and play their home matches on as well. If you are interested at all in any of the kind of the sports academy side of things, please tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock, where you can learn a little bit more about those sort of elements in terms of the practical sports side. They're kind of like the key elements, really. Obviously, Victoria was talking about the kind of the main programs of study, but there's a few other things as well that you can benefit from studying sport full time at Bede. We have work experience as mandatory across all of our courses. So we've got a member of staff that's assigned to help students through that process right from week one, where we look at preparing learners for work placement, exactly where they actually want to go to. So is it the sort of physiotherapy industry that they were kind of interested in? And we sit down with yourselves and we look at mapping that out, and we've been successful in getting students at placements with sports clubs, supporting sports therapists, private practices as well, supporting physiotherapists. So we really do go above and beyond to help students get a taste of that career that they are really interested in. Other areas as well, PE teaching, going back to possibly old secondary schools, or looking at new ventures, maybe going into primary schools, delivering some of the primary PE curriculum, as well as independent sports coaching clubs as well, whether that's football, rugby, netball. There's a whole host of opportunities that you can do with that kind of area to see if that is right for you. And kind of the last main thing is we're looking at additional qualifications. So generally in the first year, we let students get used to the course and build up their skills and knowledge. And then in the second year, we do an employability module where students can have the opportunity of studying either a sports leadership qualification, which can help them with university as well, because it does carry UCAS points. So ideal for those students that are interested in the sports coaching development industry, or whether it is PE teaching, those sort of avenues, or whether it's the kind of the fitness industry. So we offer your level 2 gym instructing in the second year, where students can study towards becoming a qualified gym instructor with SIMSPA and reps. So if it is that students do want to go to work part-time or even full-time, or even maybe progress and do their personal training qualifications in the near future or at university, we offer that as a package free of charge. And another element as well, if the students are kind of interested in kind of outdoor pursuits, they can have the opportunities as well to do their Duke of Edinburgh awards at the college as well. And we will facilitate that through our induction process right at the start of the year and get you in touch with the relevant person. Just having a look to see if we've got any questions coming through. Yes, thank you for the question about a girls football academy. Yes, there is. It's a fully functioning academy in partnership with Durham Women's Football Club. Like I said a little bit earlier on, just as soon as I came on, we do have a specific session which will give a lot more information about how the sports academies work, and loads more opportunities to learn more about it and ask any more questions about the Girls Football Academy tomorrow at 11. And I think that's about it. If you're unable to do the physical assessment due to injuries, would you fail, or is there another option? Fortunately, with our BTEC Sport and Exercise Science course, there isn't any real specific physical competency assessments which would disadvantage you. Obviously, depending on the severity of the injury, it might be that you don't get fully involved in some of the practical elements of the course, which would obviously be a shame, but you wouldn't be disadvantaged. Any practical assessments is mostly around the coaching elements, of which you'd still be able to do that, maybe not get involved in the demonstration side of things, but all your leadership qualities and coaching qualities would come through, and other little elements, things like sports massage, but unless it's an injury to the hand, you know, there shouldn't be any barriers to you to completing all those assessments and being successful on the course. It's not like GCSE where you get graded for how good you are at sport, or for the most part anyway. And I think, is there any kit for the lessons? Yes. So during enrolment, we hand out kit letters. So we use an external company which runs all of our kit processes. So our kit manufacturer is Nike. So we have a navy blue Nike kit. It's very easily purchasable. It's ordered online. It gets delivered for free to the college. If you're pretty quick at it, it generally does come in time, right for the first week of college. If it's a little bit later down the line, it might just be that you have to wait a little bit. But there's a full shop there with t-shirts, hoodies, tech pants, jackets, bag, everything. So yeah, there's a full kit, full Bede sports kit. I think that's about it for questions. Like I say, if there was anyone listening that just have any interest in the practical side of the sport in terms of the academies, learn a little bit about the Institute for Sport and Education at Bede, the session is specifically for that at 11 o'clock tomorrow, where I'll be running the session, and there'll be an opportunity to ask as many questions as you want in relation to that. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll hopefully see you soon.